Have you ever felt like Hunt Showdown devs are out to get you? Like every move you make in every game that you play that day is just the wrong one. Or like you have a magnet in your head that attracts bullets from every player, even 2-stars with native KD, these motherfuckers. I'm going to teach you how to effectively get rid of this pox that you experience. Today we're talking about the main pro and how to be effective with single shot weapons, as well as the main con and how to avoid it. Single shot weapons garner a lot of respect. These are weapons that if they have more than one bullet would be too strong for the game. Springfield, Martini, and Sparks will be the weapons being addressed. More specifically, Dum Dum for the Springfield, Incendiary for the Martini and Sparks. Most people run Poison on the Sparks, but Incendiary on long ammo applies more pressure. To be able to play aggressive, you need an additional effect to find the most success, and that brings us to our first pro. Pressure. With the Springfield, the true pressure comes within 20 meters, since that is the weapon's effective damage range, and that makes it really good for being aggressive. If shot within 20 meters in the upper chest, the affected will have roughly 2 seconds before they die from bleed, so now you're adding an element of pressure, time. They now have to decide whether to re-peek and most likely die anyways, or best case scenario, they trade with you, but either way, if you're close, they're as good as dead. Or they have to choose to hide and then heal, which gives you time to push on them, and you can catch them healing in the act, giving you a second shot and killing them. Same thing in a long range fight with the Springfield. You're still putting pressure on the party from a distance because the longer they peek after getting hit, it is more likely they die from a second shot from either you or your teammates. Even if they don't re-peek, you made it a 3v2 effectively by taking out one of the teammates from play for a few seconds, and you can use that time to rotate or to put more pressure on the active too, and as the battle transforms, the previous person you shot is now lost in battle because they have to catch up in information. Same thing with the Sparks and Martini with Incendiary. I find the Martini is better for aggression and the Sparks is better for guerrilla warfare type of style play, or pick and roll as I call it. The Martini and Sparks have little difference in damage, so you can use them in similar manners, but I think it's important to note that the Sparks has a higher velocity but a higher reload time as well. Incendiary ammo got an update recently that made it to where if you shoot a person within your maximum damage range with incendiary ammo, they will catch on fire. So that means shooting someone within 40 meters with either of these weapons will catch them on fire. Now, you've given them yet another choice. Stop the fire and heal and risk being pushed while being one-shot, or re-peek without stopping the burn and risk losing bars. Additionally, with the Sparks and Martini specifically, the affected player doesn't even need to burn a full bar to be one-shot the next time you shoot them. Half-burnt bars will get their maximum health lower than your maximum damage on either weapon. As a side note for the Sparks, if you use Poison, you are effectively removing the choice to heal from them, giving them an easier path to rationalize that they either have to challenge or hide until it's gone. Either way, you'll never catch them healing or stopping any status effect, which gives the Incendiary the edge in my opinion. As a side note for the Springfield Dum Dum, bleed received an update recently as well. When it's put on medium ammo, it immediately causes heavy bleed, which is why it's so strong. Now you should be able to reason that these weapons are effective, but what playstyle works best for them? If you decide to give these weapons a shot, you have to change your playstyle between team play and solo play. With a team, if one person only has one bullet and is going to be inactive in battle at certain intervals, it's important that we choose the right targets to turn our disadvantage less than the other team. To help your active thinking, I have 3 separate points that will help you. Positioning. You want to be either supporting a player who is in front of you by being in close proximity to them, or you want to be on a flank. Either which way, you want to make sure you're constantly moving after each shot. Re-peeking the same spot will give the enemy team time to hone in on your position since you cannot shoot multiple bullets in a row. But if we're moving each time we shoot, the enemy cannot track us down as easily, as long as we're smart with our movement and not stepping on every branch or sprinting to every new location. I recommend sprinting somewhere close to where you want to be and then crouch walking to where you want to peek from. Auditory cues in Hunt are very accurate and easy to track, so we need to use the enemy player's ears to our advantage. By sprinting close and then crouch walking to our destination, they believe us to be 2 or 3 meters off of where we really are, giving us time to center on them and take a shot. All of this is true for solo play as well, only we won't be supporting any other players or be able to depend on their information. So we need to maintain distance and funnel every fight in a 1v1, so keep rotating. Communication. Since you're going to be rotating and reloading constantly, you need to be able to communicate with your team. This will teach you what information to give your team and what information to filter out, making you a more effective teammate. Information like where players are, when you're reloading, when to initiate a push, and what weapons the other team is using are all examples of good communication. What was I doing again? Communication. Oh. Even if they don't acknowledge what you are saying, you still should put the information out there because it could save you and your team in the long haul. Examples of bad communication are such things as complaining every time you get shot or die, shut the Now, of course, I've not mentioned the fact that you only have one bullet, and so of course, that is the con. What if I miss my shot and I get pushed? What then, huh? What then? What about that? What about that, paisan? That is the biggest rebuttal people have, and that's fair. So let's talk about what to do if you find yourself in those situations. Don't miss. Do better. That's it.